Hello there, I'm Minefiend, this is the Secret World MMO, and this is Little Boo here. We're back at the Council of Venice and we're going to head across now. We're going somewhere I really enjoy, but I'm going to kill off a few groups of monsters as we get there. We're going to head to the Kingsmouth Congregational Church. Let's head down this way. Certainly at these lower levels, it's always good to do some damage, get some experience points in. There we go. Now, this Kingsmouth Congregational Church is a place I like because it's got a really great character in there. If any of you saw my hold on. If any of you saw my sort of like, not teaser trailer, but a bit of a preview of the Secret World, I included one of my favourite lines from this guy in here, and I think he says it in this very first conversation with him, but I'll point it out after he said it. Let's not kill too many of those off, we're going to want those in a minute. And this is the church. It's a lovely old church, a wooden church. Nice stained glass windows. Couple of chairs. Quite a pretty ribbed ceiling. That's apparently Christopher Martin. Feel more at home sitting about here. That's where me and the wife usually sit. You've got lovely little candelabras. You've got place for the choir. You've got the rail for communion and the altar. Hymn lists. That's a bit unusual as well, but I like the idea of having the great big sheet drape there. Usually you'll find a large stained glass window behind the altar. But this gentleman here, now they've even got the little organ there. This gentleman here is the one I like, Henry Hawthorne. Quite the character. But if you take a notice here, they've got the Eye of Providence here, so he's quite an Illuminati, or the church is Illuminati affiliated in some way. Let's say hello to Henry.
Blessed are the meek, but doubly blessed are those who do the Lord's work boldly. It is through His grace that we find sanctuary in His house, when His house is besieged by zombies. Not to belittle the Lord's work, but perhaps the illuminated ones made this place a safe place through some conjuration of theirs. Blessed by the Lord, of course, or at the very least tolerated. Whatever the providence of our sanctuary, it extends no further than the doorstep. Even the cemetery spills over with the devil's spawn. I've tried prayer, I've tried my 44, but Satan's wearing Kevlar, and Bible thumping just pisses them off.
I love that. I've tried praying, I've tried my 44, but Satan's wearing Kevlar and Bible thumping just pisses them off. I love the writing in this game as well. But that line, I fell in love with the game the first time I heard that. You know, it's just brilliant. Now, according to Henry Hawthorne, the Kingsmouth Congregational Church is protected by ancient Illuminati wards. Investigate the wards and try to figure out how they work. Test the potency of the wards protecting the church. Draw zombies into the church and observe the results. We've got to get 5 zombies inside the church. he did mention that the illuminated ones are probably the ones who protected this place. So let's see how they protected it, because these guys are sat in here nice and comfy with no zombies in at all. You guys will do to begin with. Come on. Alright, so zombies died in it, if they pass through this doorway. Let's try some more. Are there any left down here, or has everybody killed them off? Yeah. There's some. We just need 2, those 2 will do. Come on, inside. There you go. Right, the magic of the wards is strong enough to incinerate the zombies entering the church. Locate the wards and study their imagery. So study the first Illuminati ward. Well, now you can see that the wards are here. Study the second Illuminati ward. Well, the second Illuminati ward isn't on the front of the church. It's over here. Let's pull out a little bit. Raise up a little bit. And I'm still going in with the same pattern, because these are group zombies. So I go in, I hit with the 5 to do a big damage, and then I hit with the group attack, the escalation here. If it was a single creatures I'd be fighting, I'd be swapping these across and hitting with the single attack, but I hit with the group to take them out first of all. Let's have a look at the oh, we've got a talisman. We've got a neck amulet, neck talisman. 75 health plus 53 heal rating. That loses us 5 crit power, and it loses us 53 attack rating. Don't think we can trade that. Let's have a look though. Character sheet. Character statistics. What's our? Do we have a heal rating yet? We've got a heal rating of 34, so we have got a bit of healing going on. So we'll take that, and then what I would do with it is I just bring up Y, bring it across into the item thing, and disassemble it for all these elements which go into there. Because at the moment it's not something I need. I could sell it. I am going to need a lot of money, but I'd rather have the elements to begin with. Right, second Illuminati ward is on the corner of the church here. Okay, study the third Illuminati ward. Now, if you don't know where any of these are, which of course you wouldn't do the first time you're doing it, remember, you can have the mission area on, so you know that you've got to look around the church. Let's go and find the third Illuminati ward. Now this is bringing us to the graveyard. We haven't been to the graveyard here yet. And to begin with, when you're this lower level, it's not that safe a place. These dearly departed can be a bit of a handful for beginners. They've also got all the graves. We've got a wheelbarrow full of leaves that have been being swept up. There's a mausoleum at the back there, and here there's a statue just behind this tree. Very nice little graveyard, this one, apart from the fact that the zombies are in there and feasting away. Let's actually have a go at one of these. go. Now, the enhanced player experience that I mentioned has made combat a little bit easier, but you have to remember Kingsmouth Town, this area of Kingsmouth, is the beginning area. Most games have, excuse me, have areas that are for beginners. So, let's click that. So it really is an area where you shouldn't be having too much problem. A little bit, but not too much. Right. Attempt to duplicate the image of the wards on the fences surrounding the graveyard. So what we can do here is we can try to see if these wards that are holding everything out of the church will also hold everything out of any area that it's put on. So we're going to put them on the graveyard and see if we can stop the zombies appearing, getting through to the graveyard now. Can I take 2 on at once? You have to consider it with these dearly departed, so let's try it. Right. And we got some Pax Romana for that. Okay, so what we've got to do now is we've got to draw the first ward on the graveyard fence. We've got to draw all 3 wards, really. Let's come through these zombies here. See what we got there. And also with the enhanced player experience, you do tend to get a bit more appropriate loot, specifically towards better weapons and everything to begin with, because it's trying to get you through the first area, get you used to the game quicker and easier. Right, so we've got to draw the wards onto this place here, so let's do that. Oh, ouch. With the Spectre destroyed, again attempt to draw the secret wards on the graveyard fence to see if it has any effect on the zombies. So let's try again. We have to go over to the other side though. Let's hug the wall and try and stay out of the aggro range of that dearly departed. Okay, let's try the ward placement again. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Draw the second ward on the fence, so we've got to go back to the other side. Draw the second ward on. It's sort of a bit timed, this. If you don't do it quick enough, it will sort of like make you do it again. So let's draw on the next ward. Yep. And now the third ward. Got to get over here at the back. Come back for that lore in a moment. Darn it. Right, those are dead, but we're also pretty wounded here now. I should have used my stone wall and I didn't. Okay, 1 second while we heal. And let's use it. Right. There's a light going off, killing all the zombies, and we've really upset something big now. Get out of his range, his blast range, his attack range. Hit him with our single attack to build up our builders. Magic consumer can go. Get out of his range. And big attack. It really helps if you focus on these and you do them at the right time. So as soon as you've got your full builders for your magic, hit them with your powerful magic attack. Call of Eris for me at the moment. As soon as you can, hit him with your powerful melee attack. And then also remember that it is important to swap between like a group. If you're being attacked by a group, use something designed for a group like this, because it does 39 magical damage to each creature. But if you're being attacked by a single creature, remember to use a single target attack, because it does a lot more damage. This does 77 physical damage, so it's always important. Right, the Illuminati Magi are all revisionists, but every now and again they do it right. Kingsmouth holds more than its share of Illuminati secrets. Knowing their poor ties to tradition and history, you are as likely to discover these secrets as they. The wards in the church are maintained by infused ancient symbols. Your attempt to apply them showed hopeful results, but these things cannot simply be replicated and reproduced. Advanced anima techniques require ancient foundations and years of accredited study. Richard Sonak. So, somebody who's trained and powerful enough could use those wards to hold out large areas. We managed to hold it for a few seconds with our anima, and then the Hulk punched through. But here, as you can see, it's nice sometimes to actually take a moment to look at the combat that's going on. You know, we hit with the critical on the vengeful Hulk. We used hell to pay on him for 210 physical damage. He evaded our Call of Eris. So it's really nice sometimes to see just what sort of damage you're doing, to see why you're killing them off. When you hit something like, you know, when you manage to hit it with a critical that does 210 damage, they do go down a bit quicker. And we've also got a talisman here, as well as the Sequins of Solomon Island, the 3,330 Pax Romana, and the Divine Effigy. That's a quality long level talisman. I don't think we've actually got one of those, have we? Let's collect it. Put our character sheet up. No, we haven't, so that'll be good for us. So this will put our hit rating up by 5, our health by 48, and another 34 to our attack rating. So let's have a look at the character statistics. Hit rating will go up by 5. Hit rating. Our hit rating is 5 at the moment. Hit rating competes against your opponent's defense rating. If your hit rating is higher than your opponent's defense rating, your opponent will have a harder time evading your attacks, and you will have a smaller chance of only scoring glancing hits on your opponent. So that's very useful information when you hover over here. It tells you exactly what things do. Crit power rating. Crit power rating influences your crit power. Increasing this stat increases the damage caused by your criticals. So you can learn what everything does. Penetration rating. Penetration rating determines how often your attacks will penetrate. Your opponent can counter this with their block rating. Penetrating hits bypass a portion of your opponent's protection. So in a way, think of that as armor. Block rating as armor, and penetration as getting through the armor. So we'll have this, and it will put our hit rating up by 5. What else will it put up? Health by 48, so our health will go up to 1,849. And our attack rating will go up by 34. So what's our attack rating? 165. So let's put it on. Our attack rating is now 199. Our hit rating is 10. So we're getting a lot tougher by picking up these amulets and talismans. The more you have, the better. Of course, the stronger they are, the better. So you should never ignore your talisman skills as well, because they need to go up as well. We've got 2 more skill points here. So we're going to put 2 into survivability. Damage I could do. It would mean that I'd do 13.33% more damage every time, but I'd rather have a better block rating, because if you block the attacks then you're not going to take as much damage in the first place. Tanks are designed to be blocking, so let's buy that. Right, we've used up our 2 points again now. The ability wheel, we've got 6 points to spend. We could get backhanded, which would leave us with 2. What could we get on Brawn Tree? Haymaker. Consumes all the hammer resources. A single target strike attack that deals 149 to 295 physical damage, or up to 340 physical damage if the target is impaired. Again, you see, it's always worth seeing what happens here, because if we can impair the creature before we hit with Haymaker, we can do an extra 35 damage to the creature straight away, just by having that effect on it. So we'll have to choose which one we want. We can only afford one. We can either afford a 4 AP or a 3 AP. Well, we can actually afford... No, so we can afford... Oh, we can afford both of those, can we? No, we've only got 6, yeah. Haymaker consumes all hammer resources. A single target strike attack that deals 195 to 35, 295. Or backhanded. Backhanded build. It's an instant attack. Takes 5 seconds to return. Builds 2 hammer resources if you have no hammer resources. A single target attack that deals 92 physical damage. I don't really like backhanded, but you've got to get it to get through to your cool, calm and collected. Cool, calm and collected is a decent power to have. The ones at the top here are called elites, that's why they've got an orange border around, and you can only have 1 elite passive and 1 elite active at any time. So you can't like just get lots of these elites. You have to choose what you have. Backhanded. This one leads to hard impact and then to shockwave. Right. I think we'll go for backhanded and then save up for cool, calm and collected, because this is important. Whenever you block an attack, you gain the major ward effect, which reduces all damage received by 25% for 6 seconds. So if we use Stonewalled, which increases our blocked attack, we're much more likely to be getting this lesser damage as well. And also, whenever you critically hit, you gain a beneficial effect that increases all damage dealt by 8%. So it's a really good passive to have, that. So I think we'll buy this one, backhanded, although we're not going to use it. I don't think I'm going to use it. Single target attack that does 92. That's a group attack Grand Slam, isn't it? Nope, it's a single. The difference between backhanded and smash, of course, is that backhanded can only be used every 5 seconds. This one can be used again and again, so you can hit with this one a lot quicker. So yeah, I'm just going to buy it, but I'm not going to use it. I don't want that in my deck. But it will mean that when I've got 7 now, I will be able to buy Cool, Calm and Collected. Okay. We've got Another one for the town council. We just picked up a sacred place. So we got getting through the missions that will eventually give us the town council achievement. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to read the law at the back here behind this mausoleum. You can see that's where the action button appears, the one you've got to take your time for. When you press that, it takes a length of time to open it. And we've got something for the 1712 fire. You've got the first one where the bees initiate the contact. Our wisdom flows so sweet, taste and see. Transmit, initiate New England signal, receive, initiate Lie Smith frequency. Hot surface, do not touch. Initiate the misdirection protocol. Witness the 1712 fire. These always sound random, but they're not, as I've explained before. Initiate the misdirection protocol. So what was the 1712 fire? Was it something to take somebody's focus away from somewhere else? Was it a misdirection? Quite possibly. We'll see. Right. Now, we'll just get back inside the church. Again, hit. Take some killing. They're a bit tougher now. Things are getting a bit more difficult. As you can see, they're doing a lot more damage to us. We've got another weapon toolkit, which we're not using just yet. We also got some skill points and AP points. Oops. Some fire, some dust. All good things. And there's a statue of an angel holding a sword. Wrapped round with looks like a dragon or a cat of some sort creature. Maybe a demon. And there's also a mission there, but we'll take that later date. That's too tough for us at this level at the moment. Okay, I don't want to pull 3 of these guys at once, but let's put Stonewalled on. Call for Eris. And we've got a bone talisman. 112 health, 15 attack rating. So it gives us 64 more health, but we would lose hit rating and attack rating. So again, that's one I'm not going to do anything with other than probably break down. And let's go along here and back this way around. Always good to get some more kills in. Oh, you really shouldn't have followed me in there. Right, so that's this mission done with. Now we've just done a sacred place. As you can see, if you look at it, it's got a little icon. Let's go closer for you to be able to see. It's got a little icon next to it of a sand timer, and it's got the number. So if I wanted to, in another 17 hours and 45 minutes, I could repeat this mission. and a lot of them are like that. If I bring up the mission journal, you can have a look at finished missions. You can see all the missions that you've finished. And as you can see, none of these have a timer on apart from a sacred place. And they do say repeatable, so I can do them again if I want to. There are some that aren't repeatable. London Calling is unrepeatable. Mike Takes Right is unrepeatable, but you know you can go through them and do different missions if you want. Let's put it back to our current missions, and we're still on the story mission where we've got to go around and search for survivors. I'm taking my time with that because I want to get more and more powerful as I do it. So next time we'll come and we'll have a look at Dust to Dust. So I'll say thank you very much for watching. I've been Mindfiend. You guys, as always, have been wonderful. Bye for now.